Have you heard of the glycemic index? Have you ever used it? If you don't know, the glycemic index, listed some places as GI, is a system developed over 40 years ago to rank how foods affect blood glucose levels. Back then, people thought it was a revolution in the diabetes world, but it's not as reliable as we once thought. The glycemic index has come under fire due to new evidence showing many limitations and sparking numerous controversies. Let's dive into why it's causing such a stir and what we can do about it. The problems with the glycemic index. So, here's the deal. The GI isn't as straightforward as it seems. It totally overlooks some important stuff that affects how carbs mess with your blood sugars. Like, is a candy bar better or worse than a slice of whole grain bread? The bread is better, right? Well, not according to the GI. The GI rates a candy bar better for your glucose than a slice of whole grain bread. It's counterintuitive, to say the least. And get this, the GI scores for rice are all over the map, depending on where it's from and how it's cooked, but it's just rice. It's like trying to explain quantum physics to a toddler. It doesn't quite add up. Glycemic load. It's a new name, same problem. They tried to fix the GI mess by introducing something called glycemic load. The glycemic load takes portion size into account. So it sounds fancy, right? But honestly, it's just as confusing as its older sibling. Take watermelon, for instance. It's got a high GI score, but when you look at its GL for a normal serving, 1 cup, it's actually quite low and seems healthy. The other shortcoming of the glycemic index, or GI, is that it's not a one-size-fits-all. Here's the kicker. The GI doesn't take into account that we're all different. From our genes to our hormones to what we ate for breakfast, there are a million things that can affect how our bodies handle carbs. It's like trying to fit everyone into the same pair of jeans. It doesn't work for everyone. So what can we do to replace the glycemic index? With all this GI drama, what's a person to do? Some experts say it's time to take matters into our own hands. Test your blood sugar before and after meals to see how different foods affect you specifically. Make a note of these things so that you know better how your body reacts in different situations. And keep notes of all the details, like, is the meal fatty? Are you eating on an empty stomach? Is there protein in that meal? Vegetables? How is your hydration level? Did you exercise before or after the meal? And what kind of exercise and for how long? All of these things affect the result. By being your own detective, you can solve the mystery of your blood sugar spikes one meal at a time. Got more questions? No worries. Your dietitian or diabetes specialist can help you too. So talk to your clinical team about how often to check your glucose and what meals you should monitor more closely. And remember, we at iHealth Unified Care want you to stay safe, stay healthy, and always stay aware. This is Nina, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye.